So, ladies and gents, She-Hulk released their trailer. She-Hulk Attorney at Law. The latest Marvel streaming series that will be hitting shortly. They released their trailer. There was a lot of warranted criticism for their trailer. I myself compared She-Hulk's character to Princess Fiona from Shrek. Looked very much like it. There's lots of criticism with Marvel's VFX of late. Even from VFX artists. I did a video on it yesterday. I'll leave it linked above. And just like clockwork, we have these VFX artists coming out saying, hey, Marvel is really, really bad to work for. They're awful clients. They've made me personally quit the industry. Other individuals say they purposely go for companies that don't use Marvel as a client. All of this stuff, right? And then like clockwork, pretty much the very next day, it's albeit a couple of days have passed, now the director of She-Hulk has come out to defend the VFX of She-Hulk. And it seems to try and blame some form of femininity on it. It's very strange. Like, it's genuinely a weird reaction. And it's always the case with these companies. It's not us, it's you. You're comparing it, and that's your fault. So, shame on you, is essentially what they're doing. I mean, I've got another video planned today about the Ms. Marvel creator coming out and blaming critics because it threatens their sort of status quo and identity. And it's like, At what point does this scale tip where these companies realise they do have to work for the consumer? Especially if your consumer base, the base that you are appealing to at that point in time, isn't large enough to keep these things afloat. So strange. And I find doing these videos always, an interesting evolution from the studios that... basically the studios that used to make product for consumers and the ones which now don't. And just how they've evolved down that path, and it's the same rhetoric from the same studios. Notice no one for Top Gun Maverick behind the scenes came out and said, well, look, we've done amazingly well, but those people that didn't like it, well, you're terrible people. Never. It's always when something is genuinely crap and has been, maligned generally, people then go, it's not my fault, it's all yours. So, it's always the same. So here we have it. She-Hulk Attorney at Law director Kat Coiro, I think, responds to the CGI criticisms. The CGI is bad. It's bad CGI. Okay? It is bad. Now this article, again, they do their best shill work to defend it. When the first trailer for She-Hulk Attorney at Law was released back in May, the VFX used to bring the Emerald Amazon to life came in for quite a bit of ridicule. Some shots looked okay, but others were undeniably shoddy. And many began to question Marvel Studios' decision to introduce a fully CGI main character on a small screen budget. Now, the shilling part is when they say, to be fair, an updated version of the trailer debuted shortly after, and the She-Hulk VFX did appear to be at least a little bit more refined. It wasn't a different trailer. It was the same trailer. They hadn't changed the CGI. It was just an HD. I myself made that mistake. Did a video on it and was like, it still looks like crap. And then everyone was like, no, that's literally just HD. So all you're doing is seeing something which was, has a little bit more texture because it was an HD. So it's not even a different trailer. They haven't changed anything. But anyway, director Kat Coiro spoke about the lengthy design process during an interview with SFX and revealed that she was very much aware of the online negativity surrounding Jennifer Walters' fully transformed appearance. I bet you were. Always the case. Always the case with these people. They're like, you know, it's the same with Warner Brothers and Amber Heard. They're like, we're aware of it, but we're not going to do anything about it. Oh, no, no. It's like, you should. You should do something about it. And here we go. Here's the blame game. I think a lot of the reactions have to do with the fact that she is so different than anything we've seen. Yeah, she looks plastic. Like Play-Doh. When you think of Thanos or the Hulk, they have a grisliness. What, do you mean texture? Is that what you mean? You mean they've got pores on their skin and a harshness? I mean, no, not really. And a bulkiness to them. Sorry, ladies and gents, it's your fault. Because Thanos and Hulk are grisly and harsh and bulky. Fucking, what is this garbage? And a bulkiness to them that is just so different. And when you just see a little pop of her, it's almost shocking. Because we haven't seen it before. What a terrible way to defend really bad CGI. Like, seriously? As she continues further, right? She has such an incredible... So, she starts talking about, again, all the VFX and stuff like that. So, Koiro adds that she's been working closely with President of Physical Post-Production, VFX and Animation at Marvel Studios, Victoria Alonso, to finesse the sensational hero's final look. What? She's not very good. She has such an incredible eye. And to me, a lot of that eye comes from this very emotional gut reaction that she has, which is backed by decades of technical expertise. Which the director said of Alonso. Are you high or something? Like, doing this interview? Are you really? Who's going to believe this? I mean, come on. Honestly. I'm like, there is no way in hell you can... Just please. Please. Oh, she's amazing. I worship the ground she works on. Only because she's giving you a job and giving you some money. If you were to objectively step back, it's bad CGI. But remember, ladies, it's your fault. It's your fault because Thanos and the Hulk, they're bulky and they're grisly, alright? They're harsh. Because they've got skin, which looks like skin. Ridiculous. Also, ladies and gentlemen, consider checking out my Teespring store. Supporting the channel via this way does go a long way. But also, not only that, you do get to wear some awesome merch. These are one-of-a-kind designs designed for me by my graphic designer. We, of course, have our Clown World line, which is in mugs, hoodies, t-shirts. We've got Space Jeebus. And then for something a little bit different, we, of course, have right down at the bottom right here, we have our Pulsar GTIR. Also, ladies and gentlemen, consider checking out and supporting my second channel, which is Car Nonsense. This is a vlog and car channel. You can find links to this in the description box, along with my Teespring. Please do consider supporting.